Hello everybody! If you want to read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you. Short story 6 to 8, The Scone of Contention, Intermediate. Barry stood in the bustling food court of the Centrepoint shopping centre, his stomach rumbling like an old engine. "I need a scone," he declared to his friend Carol. "A proper giant fruit scone with jam and clotted cream." Carol sighed. "You always do this. We came for new trainers, and now you're on a food mission." Barry ignored her, his eyes locked on the coffee shop counter. And there it was, the last scone, a magnificent golden brown specimen sitting all alone on a small plate. It seemed to glow under the fluorescent lights. A woman with a small dog on a lead stepped into the queue in front of him. Barry's heart sank. She was a slow talker. "Could I please have a flat white? No, wait. A latte. Yes, a latte with oat milk and a caramel syrup pump. Half a pump. Is that possible?" Barry shuffled impatiently. The scone was so close he could almost taste the cream. Finally, it was his turn. He stepped up to the counter, a winning smile on his face. The scone was in his reach, sitting on a small tiered cake stand. He leaned forward. But just as he did, a small boy came running past, chasing a football. He tripped and his foot hit the stand. The plates wobbled. The scone launched into the air. Time slowed down. The scone spun gracefully, a perfect baked disc against the white ceiling tiles. A hush fell over the coffee shop. Barry watched, his mouth slightly open as his prize flew through the air. It landed perfectly. Not on the floor, not in someone's coffee cup. It landed with a soft thud inside the open, massive handbag of an elderly woman who was walking past, humming to herself. She didn't notice a thing and continued on her way. Barry and Carol stared. They just watched as the woman disappeared into the crowd, her handbag now carrying a fresh, buttery scone. Barry's shoulders slumped. He pointed at the muffin basket. "I'll have a blueberry muffin, please," he said, defeated. The woman returned 10 minutes later, confused. "Excuse me," she said to the barista. "Did anyone lose the scone? It just appeared in my bag. What a strange day." Barry just smiled faintly. The scone had found its true home. Vocabulary notes. Bustling. This is an adjective that describes a place that is full of activity, movement, and people. It often suggests a lot of energetic and noisy activity. Example: stood in the bustling food court of the Centrepoint shopping centre. Similar words: busy, crowded, lively. Rumbling like an old engine. This is a simile, which is a comparison using like or as. It creates a vivid image and sound. In this case, it describes a low, continuous, deep sound, similar to the noise an old car or machine makes. When talking about a stomach, it means it is very loud and empty because it's so hungry. Example: his stomach rumbling like an old engine. Similar phrases: grumbling, growling. On a food mission. This is an informal phrase. A mission is a special task, so to be on a food mission means that getting food has become a very important, serious and specific task. It's often used humorously to show how focused or determined someone is about finding something to eat. Example: and now you're on a food mission. Similar words: quest, hunt, search. Shuffled impatiently. This phrase describes a way of moving your feet. To shuffle means to slide your feet along the ground without lifting them completely. When you do it impatiently, it shows that you are annoyed and cannot wait. Example: Barry shuffled impatiently. The scone was so close. Similar words: fidgeted, paced, wriggled. Heart sank. This is an idiom. It means to suddenly feel disappointed, sad, or discouraged. The images of your heart physically dropping inside your body because of bad news or a bad feeling. Example: Barry's heart sank. She was a slow talker. Similar phrases: felt deflated, lost hope, felt disheartened. Story written by Gemini Pro AI. Image created by AI Magic X AI. To read all the stories in full, please go to www.steveuk.blog. Thank you.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping into a really fun short story called The Scone of Contention. It seems simple, right? A guy wants a scone, but it turns into this whole little adventure. Full of humor, twists, great language too.
Exactly. And these short pieces are perfect. They show so much about storytelling, how everyday language works, even how small things can mean a lot.
So true. Okay, let's get into it. We meet Barry. His stomach is, and I love this description, rumbling like an old engine.
Ah, yeah, great simile.
He just flat out tells his friend Carol, I need a scone. And she's like, you always do this. We came for trainers, now you're on a food mission.
You immediately get Barry, don't you? That rumbling engine tells you everything about his hunger. It's intense, almost mechanical. And food mission is such a perfect informal way to capture that single-minded focus.
Totally. He's already spotted it, by the way. This magnificent golden brown specimen on the counter.
He's locked on target.
But then, the first hurdle. A woman steps in front of him in the queue. And she speaks slowly.
Oh no, the cue frustration.
Right. His heart sank, apparently. And you can see why when she starts ordering, could I please have a flat white? No, wait.
Uh-oh.
A latte. Yes, a latte with oat milk.
Oat milk, of course.
And a caramel syrup pump. Half a pump. Is that possible? Meanwhile, Barry's just, shuffled impatiently.
And those phrases, heart sank, shuffled impatiently, they're so good. They pull you right into Barry's feeling. It's that shared experience of, minor torture when you just want something simple.
Exactly. You feel his pain. Okay, so he thinks he's finally almost there.
Almost.
Then, bam.
That's
Chaos. Little kid, football, knocks right into the cake stand.
Oh, wow.
And the story says time slowed down.
Yeah.
The scone gets launched into the air like it does this graceful spin.
Where's it going?
This is the best part. It doesn't hit the floor. It lands perfectly. Perfectly. Inside this huge open handbag of an elderly lady walking past, humming. She doesn't notice a thing.
No way. That's brilliant. Just the sheer absurdity of it.
It's so funny.
Yeah, and that contrast, The chaos of the food court, the flying scone, and then this totally oblivious humming woman. It's great comedic timing built into the writing. Makes the whole thing so vivid.
So poor Barry. He's just defeated, gives up, orders a blueberry muffin instead.
Ah, the consolation prize.
But wait, there's more. 10 minutes later, guess who comes back?
The lady with the handbag.
The lady with the handbag. And she looks really confused. She holds up the scone and asks the cafe, did anyone lose this? It just sort of appeared in my bag. What a strange day.
That's fantastic. The scone returns.
And Barry just gives this little faint smile and thinks the scone had found its true home.
What a perfect ending. It kind of ties everything together, the randomness, the setting, the unexpected turns. It shows how even in a busy, ordinary place, these little extraordinary moments can happen.
Absolutely. It's just a great reminder of how these small, everyday quests can become, memorable stories. The Scone of Contention, quite literally.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, about paying attention to those little details around us. You never know what mini-drama is playing out.
Definitely. So maybe think about that next time you're out and about. What small thing, what overlooked detail might be happening right near you? It could be your own Scone of Contention story waiting to be noticed.